So people say that I should be making videos, so I guess we'll give this a shot. I'm going to explain what a title company does. So when you decide you want to buy a house and you put in a purchase agreement, you're going to go through that inspection period, which is usually the first 10 days. Then your lender is going to start processing the paperwork to get your mortgage approved and to get your loan money. And at that point, they're going to send me a title request. And the title request is going to have the loan amount, the property address, your names, who the people are that are actually going to be borrowing the money, and when we're expected to close. And it's also going to have a copy of that purchase agreement with it so that I know everything that's going on in the transaction. So then at that point, I will order an abstract. And so an abstract is going to be just the 30-year history of the property in the land records. So it's going to have every document that has been filed in the land records regarding that property. And it's also going to show the taxes and how much they were and if they've been paid, all those kind of things. And it's also going to show if there are any judgments or liens filed against you personally in that abstract. That's because the lender wants to be in what's called first lien position. That means that they want to be the first thing attached to that land. The first debt that's attached to that land, they want it to be theirs. So I will look through all that and then I will issue a title commitment, which is just my commitment to issue title insurance on that title and to ensure that the title is good in regards to that mortgage. And so it's going to have a list of various requirements and things that need to happen. And sometimes there'll be exceptions, things that I can't insure, in which case either the lender will just have to go with that or they can buy endorsements to the policy that will cover those kind of things. And so that'll all be outlined in the commitment for title insurance. Then we're going to start going through the closing disclosure process. So the closing disclosure is going to spell out where all the money in the transaction is going. So we are kind of the guardians of the transaction. We make sure that every dollar goes to where it's supposed to go to and that everyone gets what they're supposed to get out of the transaction. So this closing disclosure will outline where every single fee is going and who it's going to. And it's also going to say how much you need to bring to the closing table for your down payment. And so once the lender and I kind of agree on this, we will make sure that everything matches and balances. And that just means that we're both on the same page, that we have the same amounts of money going to the same people, and that every dollar is going somewhere. All the money for the transaction will come into my escrow account for my company, and then it will go out to the various parties that it needs to go to. Realtor commissions, the seller, your insurance company, all the various people that need to get paid. And my account is audited at least every 3 years, sometimes more often. So I can't even print a check for that transaction unless everything is balanced. Every dollar has to go somewhere and it all has to be traceable. Then you're gonna get to closing day. So the lender's gonna send me this big closing package, about 70 to 100 pages. I'm gonna draft the active cash sale, which is what legally transfers the property to you. And you're gonna come to the closing and you're gonna sign all those things. There's loan application, the active cash sale, you'll have your note, which is the actual loan that you're taking out. You'll have the mortgage, which is about a 10 to 15 page document that just attaches that note you just signed to the property. So that's what actually does it. Because you can have a note without a mortgage if someone was willing to go along with that. And there's all sorts of other forms. It's a lot of paper. It's an amortization schedule, which just shows how the loan is paid down over time. There's gonna be some identification forms in there. It's gonna show you how much your initial escrow deposit is gonna be, because you will have a separate escrow account with your loan that is used to pay your taxes and insurance. So a small part of your monthly payment will be going into an escrow account that the lender can only use to pay for your taxes and insurance. And so then once everybody signs everything, I will have that mortgage recorded at the courthouse along with the cash sale. And then the property will be legally yours, as far as anyone else is concerned. And that'll be the end of it. I'll send all those documents back to the lender and I'll issue the title insurance policy, and that's it. So that's the whole closing process from start to finish. So basically, a title company just ensures that the transaction goes smoothly and that everybody gets what they need to get out of the transaction. Be it if you're the seller, you're getting money and your mortgage is getting paid off. If you're the buyer, you're getting a new mortgage and you're getting a house. So that's pretty much it. So if you have any specific questions, feel free to reach out. I'm happy to answer any questions you might have. Thanks.